Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about a subject of why do we punish people? In today's society, well, we have basically things such as people who are incarcerated, they go to jail, be it for life or be it for the death sentence or whatever it is, depending on your state. But punishment is not just for people that are in jails, but we do punish, for example, kids if they do something bad, or we can punish say to your pet animal, like, bad, you did bad, and stuff like that. So we do have this thing of punishment in some way, or scolding in some way, if something is going wrong, if we did something bad. And that's the thing, is that we as a society, we've been taught that since we're kids, if depending on where you were born and how old you are and stuff like that, if you did something bad, they would slap you, or they would put you in a corner and stuff like that. So you knew that you had to do good, and you knew that, for example, it kind of goes with kids, but also with animals and all that. If you are well educated at a young age, well, you know what is allowed, what isn't allowed, what should be done. Don't be too loud, don't be too rude, don't be too this, don't be too that. Eat your food, eat your greens, and all that stuff. So if you do all these things, well, then you're considered good. But then in our society, then we have other things such as basically laws, which are laws that people have to follow. And if you don't follow the law correctly, well, then you're going to be punished for it. And that could happen for driving under the influence, or it could happen for the fact that you are not paying your taxes, or the fact that you could be jaywalking. It's just part of the society. And then the thing too is we also live in a world where there's some societies that punish people for not being the same as other people, and they also punish people for just the fact that they're a man or a woman, and for their religion and stuff like that. So we do live in a society where it's sometimes tough, because there's the right kind of punishment that's in order for someone to, it's kind of like the scolding, where you say, hey, this is what needs to be done, this is the better way to do things, and try to behave. But then there's the other kind of punishment where it's wrong, because we are just in a society where it's maybe just hate in some way, because hate comes in different forms, but it also can be from ignorance, can be from the fact that you've learned things in a certain way, and then through that, basically you've learned that you needed to punish people because they weren't thinking in the way that you were taught. And that also comes from the fact that everybody wants to be accepted, and then sometimes also ignorance, because there isn't one way to the world, and we should accept that people should live the way that they want to live, as long as you're not, first of all, hurting other people, second of all, hurting the world, and maybe third of all, hurting yourself. Because sometimes people are taught things, and they might be hurting themselves, but they think that because they are doing the right thing, it's okay. It's okay to do that. It's okay to hurt yourself. And that's the right thing to do. But yeah, punishment is okay, depending on what the punishment is. And incarceration is a way for society, in order to, somebody killed somebody, or if somebody robbed somebody, or if somebody did something bad, to control it so that it's not out in the wild. Because the strange thing about us is that we're animals, yet we're trying to live with all of these rules. And maybe it's something that's innate within us, but at the same time, I think it's protection, because we want to feel safe. This world is actually very dangerous. But yet we want to create this sort of cocoon where we know that it's pretty safe here. You know, it's nothing's bad's going to happen. So if there's all these people that are outside doing all this crazy stuff, then you live in kind of like in the jungle, and it's tough to live in that way. So it does cost taxpayer money, but it needs to be done in some way, because that's the way to at least stay safe. And now I'm not saying that the system is correct all the time, because there's obviously a lot of times people who get incarcerated just because of their skin color, their religion, and it's wrong and all that stuff. So no system is perfect. Ideally, you'd want everything to be correct. But again, we live in a society that's not very, very correct in a lot of aspects. So some people are incarcerated or punished justly, but other people are not. And sometimes I think the laws need to be broken, and sometimes people do make mistakes, and then they do regret it. But I wish that within those punishments, at the place of just punishing to punish, or just to punish to leave someone and make that person not part of society anymore, it would be nice if they could figure out a way to get them back into society better and make them better people. Because sometimes we just did a mistake, or sometimes we just thought that was right, but then we can sometimes realize that things are not that way. Things can change. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.